2 days into your physics program at Stanford University, you quit school to start a company called Zip2, a media company,
right?
Which you sold a few years later for a paltry $307 million. Then 4 years later, eBay buys PayPal. Is that correct? A company
Yes.
that you established or helped to establish as one of the creators?
With a few others, yeah.
And now you've taken those two enormous successes and you've set your ambition on space. How did you go from online payment systems to building a spaceship, essentially?
Well, when I graduated from college, there were 3 areas that I thought would be most impactful to the future of humanity. The 3 were the internet, space exploration, and then changing the economy from a mine and burn hydrocarbon-based economy to one which is solar electric, which I think is going to be the primary but not exclusive.
Have we screwed it up so badly here on this planet that our only hope is to build a new civilization out there?
No, not at all. I'm quite optimistic about the future of humanity on Earth.
You are?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is the benefit to humanity then to inhabit Mars, which is really what is an ambition of yours?
Well, I think if you consider 2 paths, one where we're forever confined to Earth and the other where we're a spacefaring civilization out exploring the stars, I think the latter is far more exciting and will result in a richer and more diverse human experience.
How can you do that better than NASA?
Well, NASA is a customer of ours. So there's, I think, a confusion in the public mind that perhaps a company like SpaceX is competing with NASA, but in fact, NASA is a customer of ours. So we're actually providing services to NASA, launch services. And when the shuttle retires in 2010, so starting in 2011, SpaceX's rocket will replace the space shuttle in servicing the space station with astronauts and cargo transportation.
The name of your rocket ship is called the Falcon Explorer, is that it?
Well, the Falcon 9.
The Falcon 9
Yeah,
is
the rocket, and then the spaceship is Dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah, so the Falcon 9 rocket lifts the Dragon spaceship, and this Dragon spaceship is what goes to the space station and then returns to Earth.
So it transports the Falcon as almost cargo, then?
So the Falcon 9 is kind of like the semi,
okay,
or something like that. And the Falcon 9 booster rocket takes the Dragon spaceship to space and drops it off. Then it goes to the space station, docks with the space station, transfers astronauts or resupply, cargo, whatever the case may be, and then the Dragon spacecraft returns to Earth.
Here on Earth, you are establishing a presence, certainly, with Tesla Motors. Tell us a little bit about that. This is your electric car company, correct?
Right.
And this is no hybrid car you could buy on a car lot. This thing goes from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. It's faster, better acceleration than any Porsche currently in production and any Ferrari except the Enzo. And it's twice the energy efficiency of a Prius. So it's you really have the moral high ground, and you get to leave the Ferrari guy in your dust. We didn't. Tesla is the first car is a sports car, not because we think the world lacks for a sports car, but because it is the right entry point for the market. If you have a new technology, the right place to enter is high unit cost, low unit volume. Just as when a new cell phone comes out, or a new laptop or some new thing, it tends to be expensive at first because they're figuring out all the issues, and it takes time to optimize. And then over time, that technology will become cheaper and cheaper. And so Model 2 of Tesla is a $49,000 4-door, 5-passenger sedan. And that's going to be obviously a much broader market segment that can make use of that car. And then Model 3 is intended to be around a $30,000 price point, and so that's really affordable by almost everyone who can buy a new car. So the idea is to drive to mass market as rapidly as possible. The interest in Tesla is not from the perspective of the world needs another car company. It's more from the perspective of we have a very important environmental problem that needs to be addressed, which is driven by the burning of fossil fuels and the increasing CO2 concentration in the atmosphere and global climate change, which I think is going to be one of the most significant issues of the 21st century. And the only way to really get around that, in my view, is really with an electric vehicle. And then you need to pair that up with a zero-emission power generation method, such as solar power. I think solar power is going to be a really big deal.
Tesla is not a hybrid car.
Tesla's pure electric.
Pure electric.
Yeah.
So help connect the dots for me. Why aren't we seeing Tesla cars on the car lots then?
We're just finishing up the development right now.
And anybody can buy this.
Yes.